Shalom, friends. Welcome to class number 4 of 10 Sefirot and Body of Light. So in this class, we're going to learn two more letters. We'll learn the meanings of the letters and the invocation verses. Those are letters Tet and Yud, and we'll look at where it goes in the body. And we're also going to learn something completely new, which is the visualization of the Star of David around the body. And the Star of David is traditionally depicted as part of the glyph of the Tree of Life. And in our practice, the different points on the star are places where the Hebrew letters appear. So this adds another layer of richness to the visualization that we'll be doing. So just to remind everybody, the main two texts that we'll be chanting for this practice that we've been learning are Sefer Yetzirah, which is an ancient Kabbalistic text, which is the first place that enumerates the 10 Sefirot, and that's the numbering of Achat, Ruach Elohim, Chaim, Shtayim, Ruach 1, 2, 3, 4, counting the 10 Sefirot in the body, and then we are gradually placing alongside that or within that the verses of Psalm 145, which enumerate the 22 Hebrew letters. Last class we got up through letter Het. Today we'll add only two more letters. We were doing 4 letters at a time before, but this time we will add 2 more because we're also doing the visualization. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the next 2 letters. The letter Tet is going to be visualized actually in the lower belly / reproductive organs area. This is the part of the body that represents eros, represents sexual energy, and in terms of the meaning of the letter Tet, Tet begins the word Tov, which means good, which is goodness. And it also comes in the place of the Sefira of Yesod, which means foundation. So, why foundation? Because the motive of feeling pleasure in life is something that is foundational to having motivation for anything else that we're doing. Now, it doesn't have to be sexual motivation. The sexuality is more of a metaphor. It's like a physical embodiment that's very common, that everyone experiences, representing something deeper, which is something deeper is really the joy or the goodness of being alive, which is something that has to be kept alive, something that we have to tap into. If we lose that juiciness of life, that joy, that happiness, that pleasure in simply being, then the practice eventually dies. It can't sustain itself for very long on other motivations. There has to be some kind of direct experienceable, that's a word, experienceable payback in a sense. And as we've talked about many times, when we do this spiritual work, a lot of pain comes up, depending on how much pain there is from the past. Pain can come up being present with what is and learning how to connect directly with the reality as it is in the moment means not suppressing or turning away from pain or suffering, but it means being willing to fully engage with it. And why would we do that unless there's some juicy goodness that's behind it that we can tap into? And there certainly is. So that's what the letter Tet is representing. The letter Yud, on the other hand, is pretty different. Yud is a tiny letter. It represents simplicity. Like, because it's tiny, it represents egolessness, lack of form, because it's just a point, right? So whereas Tet represents the inherent goodness and pleasure in being present, Yud represents the quality of how to be present, which is relaxing all of our sense of me and sense of agenda and sense of even goal, and simply bringing awareness in a very simple way to be with what is, without embellishment, without explanation. Yud is very not poetic. That's a way of thinking about it, because poetry is all about embellishing on the experience, whatever it's reflecting on, and creating a new experience through words and through description. Yud is about letting go of all that, letting go of all embellishment, and just simply being. Simply being. That's like the letter Yud. The letter Yud will be visualized in the head area, hinting to us that although our heads are very complex, we can also use our heads, we can use our minds to bring ourselves to that simple place. And that's the paradox or the counterbalance of thought and no thought, is that we need thought to have the thought that we're going to let go of thought. And the letting go of thought leads into a direct and simple coming into the present moment. So that's the letter Yud. We'll be visualizing it in the head. And in the past classes, we already visualized the He in the chest and the Vav in the spine going into the belly. We're also going to visualize the He in the hips and legs. And so that forms the divine name, the Yud and the He and the Vav and the He. But as we go through this practice today, in this video, we'll be adding visualizing the Tet in the lower belly area, and then the Yud in the head. Okay. All right, let's talk about how we're going to do the tracing of the Star of David in the body. So as we learned before, we are doing permutations of the divine name, not the whole divine name, but the Yud and the He and the Vav. There are 6 different permutations: Yud, He, Vav, Yud, Vav, He, and then He, Yud, Vav, and He, Vav, Yud, and so on. So we get 6 permutations of that, and we did 4 of them already. We're going to add the next 2, but we're also, as we chant the 3 letters in each of the permutations, we're going to use our hand to trace the triangles of the Star of David in the body. So let's go over that first. The first permutation is Yud He Vav. And what we'll do is we'll put right hand on the belly and we'll chant Yah, and then we'll bring hand out to the right and say Ha, and bring hand to the chest and say Wah. Wah is Vav. We're using the Middle Eastern pronunciation as a Wa rather than a V sound. Okay, so what we're doing, if you look at that, we're tracing one side of a downward facing triangle. Okay, we'll be visualizing a triangle like this around and then within our bodies. The other triangle is going to be like this. Okay, so we have the upward triangle and the lower triangle. We're tracing the downward facing triangle with the right hand, Ya, Ha, Wa. So why don't you try that with me? I'm using my right hand. It may be reversed in the video, but anyway, so Ya, Ha, Wa. And then take a moment to visualize that right side of the downward facing triangle. And the next permutation will be Ya, Wa, Ha. We're going to begin at the chest and just mirror image it and reverse it like this. Ya, Wa, Ha. So now right hand's on heart, left hand is on the belly, just as we do in the, just as we've been doing, and as we also do in the basic integral Jewish meditation practice. Okay, so let's try that again. Tracing the lower triangle in 2 permutations. Right hand in the belly, Ya, Ha, Wa, and left hand on heart, Ya, Wa, Ha. Very good. And as we do that, the first one, Ya, ha, wa, we'll then do the hey verse and visualize the hey in the chest. And the second one, ya, wa, ha, will then visualize the letter vav and coming down into the belly. Okay. The next tracing will be a tracing of the upward facing triangle. I'm putting my hand on my left knee, top of head, and then right knee. It's good to know that it doesn't need to be on your knees. Whether it is or isn't on your knees, the main thing is just to be visualizing a large triangle around your body. The motion of the hand isn't supposed to be tracing it exactly. It's more just supposed to be guiding your mind in the direction of the visualization, because you just don't need to, there's no need to try to exactly trace it with your hand. Okay, the hand is just pointing in the direction of the visualization. So the next permutation is ha, ya, wa. So we're going to put right hand on left knee and say ha, ya, wa, and visualize the triangle bigger, of course, than what you're tracing. Okay, and then we'll take the left hand, put it on the left knee, and trace the same upward facing triangle again, chanting ha, wa, ya. Here we go. Ha, wa, ya. Okay, so it's a little different, this one, because we say the first letter as we move, and that way we trace the base of the triangle. Okay, so the first triangle was traced, half of it like this, the other half of it like this, and then the upper part of the upper facing triangle like this, and then finally putting the base in it like that. Okay, let's try all that together. So tracing first piece of lower facing triangle with the right hand beginning on the belly, Yahawa. Yahawa. Left hand on the heart, tracing the left half of the downward facing triangle, Yawaha. Yawaha. Take a moment to visualize it. It's bigger than what you've traced. And now we will trace the upper half of the upward facing triangle with ha, ya, wa. Bring right hand to left knee and ha, wa, ya. And now we're going to trace it again, but with the left hand bringing in the base. Here we go. Ha, wa, ya. Ha, wa, ya. And now take a moment to visualize it around the body. And now we're going to trace each of the triangles one more time and trace them completely. So we begin with the belly, right hand on the belly. We're going to trace it like this, okay? Tracing the triangle with the next permutation, which is wa, ya, ha. Here we go. Wa, ya, ha. And finally, we'll bring left hand to the top of the head, and we'll trace the final tracing of the upward facing triangle with wa, ha, ya. Here we go. Wa, ha, ya. And that's it. So we traced each of the triangles 2 times. Just do one more time. Ya, ha, wa. Ya, wa, ha. Ha, ya, wa. Ha, wa, ya. Wa, ya, ha. Wa, ha, ya. That's it. Now I did it a little fast that time, but as I guide us through the practice, I'll do it more deliberately and explaining it. I just wanted to show you what it looked like fast so that you can get the gestalt and not just very slow. Okay, so let's look at the PDF now of the 10 Sefirot and Body of Light number 4. That's posted there. And we'll look at the next 2 letters, so we can scroll down to the 4th page, actually. The top of the 4th page has the letter Tet, and you can look at it and see how it looks to visualize it. And the invocation verse is Tov Adonai Lakol v'rachamav al kol ma'asav. Tov Adonai Lakol, the divine is good to all. This is hinting at the pleasure of being. V'rachamav al kol ma'asav, its compassion is upon all creation. And the next one for letter Yud is, we scroll down a little bit, you can see the invocation verse, Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha. All of your creations will thank you. V'chasidecha yivarchucha. And your chasidim, your devout ones, your holy ones, yivarchucha, will bless you. So there's not such a... The content of the verse is not as clear as some of them with regard to the meaning that we're taking for the letter. So the letter Yud we're taking to mean simplicity, and the meaning of the verse has more to do with gratitude. But of course, all these midot and all these spiritual concepts all flow into one another, and we could think of this as gratitude for being free. Because with simplicity comes that sense of freedom, of not holding on to all the complexity that we tend to accumulate in our nervous systems. And with that freedom comes gratitude. All right. So now let's scroll back to the top of the practice, and we're going to go through the whole thing. Let's just sing a little bit, maybe. I, nai, I, nai, nai, I, ya, yo, I, lai, lai, I, na, 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 I, my, na, yo. And visualizing light entering into the top of the head, you can use your hand to bring your awareness to the top of your head, chanting Achat. Achat Ruach Elohim Chaim. Visualizing the form of the letter Aleph above your head with the kavanah of opening to joy and sorrow, to the full spectrum of experience. Chanting Aromimcha. Aromimcha Elohai HaMelech V'Barech HaShimcha Le'olam Va'ed. And bringing right hand down to the belly, visualizing light coming around and through the body, down into the earth. Chanting Shtayim, Shtayim, Ruach Me Ruach. Visualizing the letter Bet below your feet, the kavanah of inhabiting this body, of connecting your awareness into the temple of the body. Chanting Bechol Yom. B'chol yom avachecha v'alela shimcha leolam va'ed. And bringing right hand up, invoking the energy of water, chanting Shalosh, Shalosh, Mayim Meruach. Bringing right hand to your right skull, visualizing the letter Gimel at your right, with the kavanah of the wholeness, the fullness, the completeness of being, noticing that quality of completeness that is inherent in our field of awareness, unbroken awareness, everything we perceive also made of awareness. Chanting Gadol, Gadol Adonai umahulal me'od, v'li gadulato ein cheker. Bringing up left hand, invoking the energy of fire at your left, chanting Arba. Arba Eish Mayim. Left hand to left skull, visualizing the letter Dalet to your left, thinking I am nothing, all is grace, recognizing that everything we are, everything we have, everything we experience is all coming to us. It's all coming to us as an act of grace. Simply to be is an act of grace. Chanting Dor Lador. Dor Lador Yeshabach Ma'asecha Ugavorotecha Yagidu. And bringing hand palms together in front of your mouth and chanting the kavanah of unification of consciousness with form. L'shem yichud kudsha brichu u'shechinte b'dechi l'rachimu l'yached shem yodhe bevavhe b'yichud hashalim b'shem kol Yisrael. And we're going to trace the triangles now, bringing right hand to the belly, tracing the downward facing right side of the triangle, right side of the downward facing triangle, with the permutations chanting Chamesh Yahweh, visualizing the letter Hey in your chest, with a kavanah of deciding to surrender. So there's the will, there's the decision, I'm going to do it, but then what are we doing? We're actually surrendering will. We're bringing those two opposites together. Hadar. Hadar kevod hodecha v'divrei niflotecha asicha. And tracing the left side of the downward facing triangle, left hand to the heart, and chanting and tracing Shesh Yahweh. Again, visualizing the full downward facing triangle bigger than what your hands are tracing. And visualizing the Vav in your spine coming down into your belly, with the kavanah of including everything that arises in the divine, in your acceptance, in reality. Knowing that every new thing that arises is new, is something separate, yet is connected to the whole. Separate and connect. Chanting Ve'ezuz. Ve'ezuz norotecha yumeru ugedulatecha sapareina. And we're going to trace the upward half of the upward facing triangle. Right hand comes to the left leg, chanting Sheva. Sheva ha-Yahweh. Visualizing Zion at your right leg. Thinking cutting away all attachment, becoming still and letting go. Zecher. Zecher Rav Tuvecha Yabiu V'tzid Chatecha Yeraneinu. And bringing left hand to left leg, tracing the entire upward facing triangle, beginning with the base, chanting Shmone. Shmone Hawaya. Visualizing the letter Chet at your left leg with a kavanah of hovering, neither grabbing onto nor fleeing or pushing away, but being present with. Chanun. Chanun v'rachum Adonai erech hapayim u'gadal chesed. And right hand will trace the entire downward facing triangle, beginning with the belly. Bring right hand to the belly, chanting Teisha. Teisha wa yaha. Visualizing Tet in the lower belly with the kavanah of goodness, of pleasure. chanting Tov. Tov Adonai Lakol V'Rachamav Al Kol Ma'asav. And bringing the left hand to the top of the head, tracing the entire upward-facing triangle, chanting Esther. Esther Wahaya. Visualizing the letter Yud in your head with a kavanah of simple connection with this moment, without embellishment, simplicity. And chanting Yoducha. Yoducha Adonai kol ma'asecha v'chasidecha yivachucha. Take a moment to visualize the Yud and the Hey and the Vav and the Hey in your body. You are B'Tselem Elohim, an image, a manifestation of reality itself. And now we're going to begin with the Shema 6 directions practice. We repeat all of those letter permutations, but this time I'll be saying them out loud, but you don't say them out loud. You're going to be breathing in and thinking them. Again, Yud and Hey and Vav in the body, head, chest, and belly. So breathing in Ya, Ha, Wa, chanting Shema, left hand up, projecting light up. Shema. Breathing in Ya, Wa, Ha, Yisrael, pointing down, right hand down. Yisrael. Trace the first circle, left forward down, right back up, following it all the way around. Right faces forward, left faces back, breathing in Ha, Ya, Wa, chanting Yadonai, projecting to the front. Yadonai. Breathing in Ha, Wa, Ya. Eloheinu, projected to the back. Eloheinu. Right goes right, left goes left, tracing the second circle, following it all the way around. Left faces right, right faces left. Breathing in Wa, Ya, Ha, Yadonai to the right. Yadonai. Breathing in Wa, Ha, Ya, Echad to the left and tracing the final circle. Echad. Breathing in Baruch, bringing in Baruch from the left with the left hand. Baruch. Bringing in Shem from the right with the right hand. Shem. Bringing Kavod from behind with the left hand. Kavod. Bringing in Malchuto from the front with the right hand. Malchuto. Bringing in Leolam from below with the right hand. Leolam. And Va'ed from above with the left. Va'ed. Taking a moment to see the three circles of light, the Star of David, and the beams of light in 6 directions. This is your Merkava, your chariot that the body lives within. Chanting Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha. Bringing right hand to the heart. B'chol levavcha. B'chol levavecha. Offering awareness with lecha. Lecha. Bringing left hand to the belly. Uvechol nafshecha. Uvechol nafshecha. Bringing awareness down into your organs, down through your legs and feet and toes. Back up into your chest and shoulders and heart and neck. Down through your arms and hands and fingers. Feeling awareness into your face and brain, skull, bringing smile to your lips. Feeling the flow of your breathing. Anchoring with Naaseh. Naaseh. Bringing right hand to the forehead. Chanting Uvechol meodecha. Uvechol meodecha. Aware of the vast space of awareness both within and without the body. This one field of awareness that you are. Venishma. Venishma. Kissing fingers, letting go of the visualization. Let's chant Atyahu a little bit. Atyahu, 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 Atyahu. Bringing the chant inward and just relaxing into the present moment, using the chant to anchor your thinking mind, letting go of thoughts as they arise, being aware of them, accepting them, but letting go. And let's just sit for a minute for a silent meditation. And closing the meditation, once again, right hand to your heart, offering awareness with Lecha. Lecha. Left hand to the belly, feeling awareness in the body, resting on the flow of your breathing. Naaseh. Naaseh. Right hand to the forehead, aware of the vast space of awareness itself. Venishma. Venishma. Menatahu. Thank you for doing this learning with me in this video. Have a blessed day. Osei shalom b'mromav hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yakol yoshvei teva v'yamru. Amen. Until next time.